Today in Roadcraft, we're going to have a look at the physics engine, particularly in how well it handles things like your vehicle's response to climbing on objects and how objects respond to collision with the environment. Saber Interactive brought in a new proprietary physics engine for this game, and it shows. Here we'll be doing some crazy obstacles and completing a mission in a way that I'm probably not supposed to do it, just to show this off. Let's go. So here I'm in a town in the kind of the northern part of the map, Sunken. And I'm exploring it looking for an object when, yeah, this happens. And I think this is a great place to kind of showcase some of the physics in Roadcraft. Now, in SnowRunner and MudRunner, that used, I believe, the Havoc physics engine. Saber Interactive for Roadcraft, they took that, they made their own proprietary physics engine for this. It's very similar. It does a lot of similar stuff, but it's really evolved. So right here, now I sat here for a while trying to get out of this. You saw right there for a second, I pulled up my winch, and I'm thinking, man, how am I gonna get out of this? I had just been exploring. I had unlocked this whole part of the map. I've been exploring. I don't have any places nearby where I can spawn yet, and I didn't want my whole trip here to be a waste. So I'm trying to figure a way out. Now I think I sit here for, I sit here spinning my tires for a few minutes. Now I will eventually get out, and yeah, I'll show you that in a second here. And doing a mission here, which is the reason I'm in this town, is I'm looking for some, I believe it's a safe. It's on the second story of the building across the street from me. I was looking there and it didn't see that pit in front of me. So here in a second, we're gonna get out of this. We're gonna kind of bomb around this building doing some like platforming, very SnowRunner style platforming here. And I think it's a great place to see some of the physics in action of this game. So here you can see me looking at the map. I gave up in frustration after about 2 or 3 minutes, and you can see I'm up here, like in this part of the map where it's like all fog, and it takes a while to explore the upper part of the map Sunken, because it's just all twisty, turny, like single track routes through the mountains. You can see up there the path I was taking. It's very slow to uncover it because it's not like uncovering the fog. It's not like just bombing around on highways. It's all really crazy mountain roads. So back to the vehicle. I'm determined. I'm like, okay, I got to get out of this. So I believe I'm going to try my winch here again in a second. Yeah, I'm like, how the heck can I get out of this? Looking for stuff to winch onto. Now, SnowRunner would have had stuff to winch onto. This game doesn't really, but you can winch onto objects. And one thing about this physics system, you're going to see me winch onto this, but it's just a little lightweight barrel. All it does is pull it toward me. Yeah. But the physics engine here allows for some interesting things, which you're seeing right here. I'm going to hitch to this piece of concrete. This is going to get me out. Check this out, because it's going to pull it towards the car, and then it gets wedged on that, and that allows me to pull myself out. And I'll tell you, after sitting there for like 10 minutes, I was like, yeah, that's right. I was like, yeah, that's right, buddy. I got out of that. And so I know the object I want is up in that building in front of me. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I get up here? So this is, I think, a perfect place to showcase the physics of the game. If you're wondering how is it evolved from SnowRunner, etc. Well, the obvious way would be to climb over all that junk there at the bottom of the stairs. Or I thought, well, I could pull some of that away, or I could just try to just go hog wild and drive over it, which, of course, is what I did. And, yeah, it took some messing around here. But, yeah, I did end up pulling some pieces, specifically. Well, you'll see what I'm doing here. I thought about like, oh, I could pull like some of this away and make it easier. What I'm doing instead is, pulling stuff closer to get purchase for my tires. Yeah, I was like, if I pull a couple pieces forward, I can get better grip with my tires so I don't high center, something like that. But I know that the thing I need is up on the second story of that building. And this scout vehicle, and the scout vehicle is awesome, and I started off using the Hummer, which is a DLC bonus item, and the Hummer is cool, but I recently unlocked this and decided to use this. Oh yeah, so I found there's a winch point up there, but that only pulled me closer to the building. I will eventually, I'm going to work my way over to the left, and I will end up using one of those winch points. Let's just skip forward to that part. So here, I'm going to hitch up to that, and I will eventually get this to work. A lot of these buildings that they have you kind of platforming in, they have a lot of winch points such as that. Okay, right there, I was able to pull myself forward a little bit and then probably detach from it. Yeah, and then you can't do as much. I feel like there's not as much precision stuff as you could do in, say, SnowRunner. SnowRunner had more. It was more simulation, just about the driving. But this game is about so much more road construction stuff. Here we're just looking at the physics, right? Okay, now the item I need to get, you can see it on my map. It is up there. Yeah, well, you can see the HUD's pointing at it. And now I get to here, and I'm like, should I drive across this? This is the beautiful part right here. This is where this is cool. It's like, should I drive across this? No, I think my tires are going to fall down in there, but clearly we have to go across that. At some point, I will see, you'll probably see me look at it, there's a panel up to the left above that, and I decide that that panel needs to get dropped down to act as a bridge over that. It's kind of sneaky. And did I just see a winch point up there? I thought I was looking for a winch point. I didn't see one. Well, I get it pulled down, but I think what I should have done is I should have aimed my winch up there to see if there's a winch point to pull it down. Regardless, it's the puzzle of getting over there. Now, yeah, so the game is about, really, it's, yeah, there's a winch point there. Is this where I pull it down? Yep. And I didn't realize that I did. Right there, because I won't look back there for a minute. I didn't realize that that pulled it down. I was wondering how that got down. I didn't know. I gave up. I decided, let's go up here. Okay, my goal now is to, okay, I'm going to pull this thing down. This is cool. So I'm like, let's get up here and get behind that and push it down. That's what I was going to do. I didn't realize at the time that I just pulled that down. That's pretty cool. So I was wondering how that got down. This took some fighting. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this or not. I'm assuming probably so. But this took some real fighting to get this down. So yeah, I mean, this game's really, the focus itself being on road construction and just completely reconfiguring areas, you know, because this physics system allows like volumetric sand and dirt and everything to be filled in, shift around. It allows you to terraform. Yeah, this is like not just road construction, but like terraforming after a disaster. So it's really in depth because the physics system allows for so much. But yeah, what we're doing, this playstyle here, yeah, this is very much like SnowRunner, what I'm doing here. But again, you know, it was, I wanted to talk about the physics engine a bit and show some of this cool stuff. And I think what I should be doing here is get to the safe. You see here, I'm just realizing, wait, how did that panel fall down? Yeah, see, I didn't realize that I accidentally got it with my winch. But anyway, I'm just now realizing I did knock it down now. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to knock that safe off the building. I'm trying to decide what to do. I'm going to knock the safe off the building. And at that point, I suppose you should probably grab a truck with some kind of crane. And, you know, like I have a little crane truck with a cargo bed. I suppose come and grab the safe and put it in the back of the cargo bed. But it took me a long time to get up here. See, the thing is, it took me a long time to get up to this part of the map. And if you'd seen when I was showing the map and what I had uncovered, I don't know how to, I've not yet uncovered a road that leads up here. I got up here through these really crazy, twisting, winding mountain passes, and it's the only way I know to get up here because of like the fog of war or whatever you want to call it, right? I don't have yet revealed a way to get a vehicle up here. The way I got up here, maybe I'll have it in an upcoming video. It was a beautiful drive through the mountains, but it wasn't even roads. It was just twisting, turning, climbing rocks got me up here. So I don't even know how to get up here. So right now I'm looking at this safe. I'm like, I guess I'll push this off the edge and drag it to the objective with the truck, which is another point of the physics I want to show because the way it drags stuff. We'll get to that in a second. And of course, I do complete this mission. We will complete this, and I pull it all the way to where it's supposed to go. The physics system in this game, I think, is really, really superior. It does things I've not seen any other game do. First of all, everything you're seeing here is good. The truck moves around realistically in these platforms. The tires, you can see the air pressure in the tires kind of bulging when the weight comes down the tire. Everything that should happen, you would expect to see happens. But this game goes farther than, has more detail in some places I've never seen other games do. For instance, when you see me start pulling the safe and dragging it, it doesn't just drag across the ground like it would in most games, or even tumbling across the ground like it would in other games. You'll see that when I grab it and start pulling it, it will catch drag on the ground, it'll dig into the ground, and then I have to change my point of purchase on it and then pull it again, and we'll get there in a second. I got to get unstuck out of this mess here, of course. Okay, so now that I'm pulled out of there, now I have another problem, and that is how to get to where the safe is. I knocked it over on the south side of this building, which you see me, I'm driving to right now, but I realized quickly that it doesn't look like there's a safe way to get there. When you're trying to figure out how to get somewhere in this game, I think the physics are so good. You pretty much just say to yourself, could I do this in real life? Right here, I'm like, I could climb that fence. Would I get high centered on that fence? And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to get, if I try that, I'll get high centered on that fence. Side to side, I have to go back the way I came. So that's what I do. But there's only one way. I find there's only one way to get back over that. And it's really difficult. The only way to get back over that, the only way is really exactly where I came over. I have to, well, kind of, I have to get over that. If I have to get over that right there without falling into the thing, you'll see me. I mean, I tried like going back and forth and looking at the other angles of this. There's no other way to get back over there. Like I have a look over here and other places, but I see there's no other way to get to the other side of that building. I got to kind of go back the way I came. And so I hit it from this angle here, and I believe this is where I get over, but I know I'm really risking falling back in that. So, yeah, I was holding my breath on that one, but it does get me back over, and it allows us to get to the south side of the building so we can get this. Now, I knew it was going to be hard to drag it because I've been playing this game. It's really hard to drag items. It's not, you know, again, it's not like any other game. Any other game, you would hitch to it, and you would just drag it. If you try to drag anything in this game, you know it's really hard. I think it's cool, and if you haven't seen it, well, again, this is showcasing the physics of the game. This is as close as I would as I can imagine pulling something like this. You see, I'm pulling it, but the corner I had latched onto is dug into the ground, so I have to grab a different point of it. Dragging it like that is where I get the best results, when I can get it upright like that and pull it. I end up, once we get to the end of this, I ended up pulling the whole last leg of the journey like that. But it's hard to keep it upright. It keeps wanting to fall over. This is just hilarious. It's hilarious because, yeah, again, you know, you'll see me pull the map up here in a minute, but again, I had no way to know how to get a crane truck up here. Yeah, I have now uncovered enough of the map that I can get up here. But there's a bridge I need to build. There's a bridge I need to build over on the east. There's a bridge you can build over on the east, just north of the steel. Wait, which plant is it? Is it the steel beams plant? I forget. I think it's a steel beams plant. Just north of that, there's a bridge that goes up here. So here I'm deciding where I need to go with this. We got to go there. I have to somehow get that up there. And so it looks pretty straightforward. It's like, okay, I'll just go down this road, I'll just go east on this road, and then north on another road. But when we get up here, you see it's not that simple, of course. It's a little bit, the terrain is not as good as it looks on the map. So just pull the safe with me. They made it look so much easier in Fast and the Furious. Am I right? So I'll probably be skipping some time here, because we'll skip some time here and we'll get to the end with this. I make it through a lot of stuff pulling this. Now this is where I had taken the road east, and I see I need to now take the road north, but I see that the road, as it looked on the map, is actually a friggin' crater. So yeah, it's no matter. We just have to figure out how to, yeah, get up right where I'm looking there. Go up that, no, you know, right? No problem. And yeah, I do get the safe up there, but I'm interested to, I mean, I did this was this morning. I've done a lot since then. I had lunch, all kinds of things. I'm trying to remember exactly how did I get that safe up this. So here I kind of got the truck kind of wedged there, and so I'm using that to pull the safe up to me. That was the plan. There I had the winch running for a second. And there I have got it. Is this where I fall backward onto it? It might be. Well, I got a tree in front of me. I can't get anywhere there. So I don't know why I'm bothered. Maybe, surely I saw the tree directly in front of me. I mean, that's kind of keeping me from going forward. And, yeah, I kind of got screwed here. Yeah, so I thought that... No, I don't remember how I got off of this. Because I end up totally high-centered on the safe. Yeah, and again, if this were SnowRunner, there'd be things to hitch onto with my winch. Oh, that's right. There's something up there. I still don't know what that was. I'm not sure what that was. It must have been something like that concrete slab that from earlier. It must have been something that I was able to hook onto, and it got caught on something. And that's one thing in the physics I wanted to show. Yeah, you're able to, like, the objects interact with each other in such a great way. Other ways we could show it would be loading trucks, how objects fit in trucks, and I mean how movable items interact with each other, just like how I hitched that item and drug it, and it got snagged on something else, which allowed, you know, the weight, you know, it allowed to support the weight of my truck. Just pure, I'm just gritting my teeth, just pure strength, just trying to get this darn safe up here. Oh, what it is there's a tree behind me. I didn't want to let go of the accelerator, but there's a tree behind me, so what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to brute force that tree down, which, again, physics engine. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got the safe up there. I had decided that that is the path I need to take, and that tree was just right there in my way, so the tree must go down. I love how you can push the trees over and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, that was the path that the safe needed to go through. I was afraid here it was going to get dug into the mud, which it kind of does right there, huh? Yeah, I shifted the winch. Yeah, I got dug into the mud right there. I was afraid it might get, like, I didn't know what would happen if dragging it through the mud. It got a little dug in. I guess it wasn't that bad. What I need to do is, I think it's probably here soonish. I get some speed and momentum with it, and I am able to drag it. This truck, just going full brute force mode in low gear. Like, I know I can make it over this. Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, let's release it, and if I could grab it from over here. This truck has a slightly longer winch range than the Hummer that I was using. Although its winch is not as strong, I'm not sure how much that matters. It's enough to work here. I like this vehicle. I feel like it's got more ground clearance and bigger tires than the previous Scout vehicles that I had unlocked. And now here, I think this is where I managed to stood upright. And I'm able to just pull it. Yeah. Yeah, once I get it stood upright, now I'm just able to, like, pull it. And I guess, you know, the ground surface here allows it to be dragged like this, but it drags pretty easy on the asphalt. So the physics, it's not only when that thing catches on the ground, it digs in. Pulling it on the side in the dirt is harder than pulling on the side on the asphalt, where it's easier. So the physics, it takes a lot of things into account. And so I thought this whole thing here would be a great place to showcase, like, this part of the physics. There's so much more, though. With the tires, and especially with, like, loading and unloading objects. But I've had a lot of fun just seeing what all you could do in this. Items that you can break in the game, like the items that break and shatter. Different items break in different ways and such like that. Now, I've only ever completed these kinds of missions with the crane by placing it in place, but this actually works the same way. Once I get it and the thing turns green, I'm able to just let it off the winch, and it auto-completes. Like so. There we go. All right, so there's that. All right, and so, yeah, that's it for that. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments down below. I have more Roadcraft content coming up, and of course, I've been, you know, I had a few Roadcraft videos. I really like playing the game. I'm really enjoying playing this. What I'm showing, this footage right here, this is some of the journey through the mountains to get to that town, as I was just trying to uncover the fog of the map everywhere. And, man, this truck got so many cool places on this map. It was an awesome drive. Very SnowRunner style. Yeah, I did. I went on a SnowRunner style drive across the map. But if you've explored the map Sunken, which is, again, the map this is on, it's really difficult to get places because there's roads to go everywhere, but you can't see where they're at until you uncover the fog. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to end this here. I'll have more videos of this coming up, as well as, of course, Farming Simulator and American Truck Simulator, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bells. It really helps out the channel if you want to help the channel out. And yeah, your input always helps, of course, as well. Guys, thanks a lot, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.